Okay, Zach, let's take a look at Anna Maria Island, EarthCam, powered by Cool Today. It's really a tale of three different forecasts if we look at it, the weather here, what's going on with Claudette, and maybe in the studio too. Just you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, it's chilly in here for folks who are not in the studio. It's chilly in here for sure, but nothing compared to outside. And hey, now we're sliding up to Pensacola, taking a look at those waves. Those are phenomenal. I've been watching the cameras throughout the day over towards Panama City, Pensacola. You can actually see some of those waves barreling, because they've been anywhere from 6 to 10 feet.
Surfable? Or,
I would say
is it all over the place?
I'd say easily surfable. Not safest waters to be in, of course. Got those red flags out there. Definitely want to have some experience if you're heading out into those waters. For us, though, we're not seeing that. We did see the cloud coverage over in Anna Maria off in the sky. That's from Claudette. You know, those clouds expand far distance, but the actual system now moving further into the inland areas and, again, has downgraded to a depression. However, still expected to regain its energy. We'll talk about that in a second, but here's Claudette right now making its way across Alabama and going to continue to make its way towards further into Georgia and eventually into the Carolinas. Now, the strongest storms right now really along the panhandle. We've had some very strong storms. In fact, this is all tornado watches right now here shaded in that red shaded region. But you notice these lines of storms, these bands that come in waves. Those have been where we've seen the most powerful storms, really, especially along the Gulf. We've had a couple of those tornado warnings throughout the day. In fact, Panama City was under tornado warning just earlier today. That is going to continue to push off, though, but you notice still some very heavy rain off to the north. But I want you to focus in on something else, though. You see these watches that are going out for the Carolinas. That's because Claudette is on its way towards the Carolinas, and as it moves off the Carolinas back into the ocean, it's going to get back over to warm water, and it's going to reform possibly into another tropical storm yet again. So it will be possibly upgrading from depression to storm once it makes its way back into the Atlantic. However, we're just watching some showers off the coast, but you notice these showers really kind of fading out once they kind of enter this region. So right now it's been pretty quiet across the Suncoast, just pretty cloudy out there and warm. In fact, not seeing too much in the way of shower activity. Most of us staying dry for our evening hours. It's just been warm out there, very warm. Right now our temperature 86 degrees. If you're heading out and about maybe for an early Father's Day dinner, you should be good to go. In fact, only 20% chance of showers, but those cloudy skies, they're not going anywhere. It's going to be pretty cloudy as we go into our night hours, and especially as we head into your Father's Day looking for a cloudy day. It's warm out there, though. We've seen temperatures in the 90s further inland. Right now, most of us making it into the upper 80s. Otherwise, those dew points are up there. You can feel the moisture. It's very heavy air out there. That's also going to stay around tomorrow, too, and play a big factor in our heat indice. So Claudette moves off the way, but as far as those bands, not quite making it towards our region, more so into the northern interior. However, we will watch those winds shifting into the southwest corridor, so that's going to bring us some winds off the waters. That's going to bump up moisture tomorrow, and we'll get a few isolated showers. Folks, not talking a washout. In fact, they're very isolated across the region as we go into your Father's Day. And so that means you don't have to cancel your Father's Day plan. You'll be good to go golf. You're good to go out in the waters. Use some caution on the water, so we'll talk about that in a second. But otherwise, as we head into Monday, though, that's when we're going to watch for a little bit more development as we go into the afternoon. It'll be early morning showers more so along coast, afternoon in towards the interior. Also tomorrow, you'll want a bottle of water. By lunch, we're already feeling like we're near 100 degrees, pushing 105 in some places tomorrow. It's going to be a steamer tomorrow, so folks, stay well hydrated if you're heading out and about, especially out on the waters. Use some caution, though, because the waves going to be a little bit more moderately choppy, around 2 to 3 feet. Not super bad, but you'll notice a little bit more roughness out there. Winds will be dying, though. They'll be going back from 15 knots down to 5 to 10. Otherwise, isolated shower, not out of the question again. Very isolated. So again, a happy Father's Day to all our fathers out there. If you are heading out to maybe do some golfing, here's what your forecast looks like throughout the day. Green to go for the whole day. Good to go golf. The only shower chance is really only about 20 to 30%. Most folks are going to be staying dry for your day tomorrow. Otherwise, we're warm this week. Monday, 89 degrees. We're staying into the upper 80s for pretty much the entire week. We also bump up the rain chance, too. You notice 40% all across the board as we're going to battle some of those scattered showers and thunderstorms. Not every day is going to be a washout, but there's always going to be that potential that we see some of those afternoon developments and early morning developments as well. But otherwise, we're going into our new week. You want that umbrella in the back of the car. We're going to continue to see these humid conditions as well and very warm conditions. But I really need you folks, if you're heading out and about tomorrow, especially if we're going to be in the sun, there's not going to be a lot of sunshine, but because there's some cloud coverage, we're still seeing the UV up there. So make sure you're wearing sunscreen. Also, make sure you are staying well hydrated with these heat indices pushing into those triple digits. Otherwise, this week, it's just going to be warm. Also, nighttime lows, check those out. Going to be in the mid-70s, so mild even into our evening hours. So we're on our way into a, well, semi-rainy week. We won't call it a rainy week, Kevin. We'll call it off and on is what we'll call it. Just a warm week for sure.
Okay, thanks for the sun.